Over this past week, Arc System Works brought a playable demo of BlazBlue Cross-Tag Battle to the public at New York Comic Con. People jumped on this as soon as possible and recorded videos were quickly surfacing on the internet. ArcSys then proceeded to release a high-quality 7-minute long video of different matches. Now that we have more footage to work with, I'd like to talk about my thoughts and speculation on the gameplay. Let's start with the character select screen. We first see that there are horizontal rows for each franchise. What's a little different is that there are two sets of rows for players 1 and 2. Normally, a fighting game will have a grid or a box of some sort with character icons that the players can roll over and click to choose who they want to play as. So far, we see Ruby, Ragna, Jin, Hyde, Linne, Yu, and Yosuke. In total, there look to be 7 spots for each series. That makes 28 characters in all. It's a little underwhelming since many people, including me, were hoping that there'd be more characters. That's where this extra row comes in. Another row is present with an etc. icon. Some people think that this is just where you can choose a random character, while others think that it's where extra characters will go, whether it be by unlockable or DLC. I personally think it's just going to be an extra character via DLC, but I could be wrong. One of my friends actually thinks it's for characters from all other franchises that might not even be from the main 4 franchises. It's an interesting theory, but I do have my doubts. We'll just have to wait and see. Next, we have a versus screen with both players' chosen characters, allowing the option to choose which character acts as a player and which acts as support. Once that screen is done with, the match begins. The stage is shown in a similar fashion to BlazBlue and Persona 4 Arena before showing the characters. There is a line of dialogue from both player characters, but they're just generic lines. I'm a little disappointed that there aren't any special battle animations like in the other games, but I guess that'd be too much work as they'd have to reanimate the sprites. The least they could do is have some more unique lines recorded. Before I talk about the actual characters and the attacks, I'd like to talk about the heads-up display, the HP bar, and the meter in others. The HP bar looks really nice. It's a very simplistic blue color, and it isn't too fancy. The character images are there along with the characters' names and the time. At the bottom, we have 3 different things. Let's start with the diamond-shaped icons towards the center. These diamonds are small grids of 4, filling up over time during the match. Once all 4 are filled, the grid is complete, and 1 character is defeated, players can press R1 and activate the resonance blaze. It recovers HP, gives more meter, and probably increases the player's strength as well. It's all at the cost of the entire partner gauge, which is destroyed after use. It kind of reminds me of Veil Off or Overdrive. The partner gauge is between the resonance grid and the meter. It allows players to perform up to 2 support attacks, most likely in a chain sequence or just 1. It also looks like the gauge fills up pretty quickly, so players will never have to worry about it running out and not being able to use for a while. Another thing I noticed is some sort of power-up meter that shows up below the meters and towards the center of the bottom of the screen. It only shows up for a very brief moment where it looks like the characters are powering up. I'm not sure what it does, but it reminds me of Chain Shift on Under Night In-Birth. Lastly, we have the large diamond and the numbers at the ends of the partner gauge. This is the game's meter, or the special move gauge. The meter fills up over time, and the number goes up 1 with each fill, at a maximum of 6 I believe. Simply put, these are where the character's special moves are used for. Now that we've talked about the heads-up display, let's talk about the main part of the game, the fighting. The speed and flow of battle is much like BlazBlue. The way the characters move, how attacks and projectiles look, and the sound effects all remind me of the BlazBlue games. There are cut-in images for special attacks and support attacks, which look really awesome. Moves are quick and flashy, which is expected of a game made by Arc System Works. Ruby's moves are especially fun to watch since it's a new experience to see Ruby in a 2D sprite form. She has quick rushdown attacks with good hitboxes, along with a ground and air projectile attack. The BlazBlue and Persona 4 Arena characters don't look too bad, and they actually feel at home with the newly designed engine. However, the Under Night In-Birth characters seem much different than how they were in their own game. The animation for Hyde and Linne's moves are very much like BlazBlue's, and they seem to move faster than in their own game. Last but not least, the music and the stages. So far, we've only heard Red Like Roses Part 2, Linne's theme, Yosuke's theme, and Jin's theme. I'm sure there are other character themes that will be in the game as well, so I'm really hoping to hear some of my favorite tracks in there. I also like how they're using stages from the other games, but I hope to see more Ruby inspired stages in there as well. There's not much else I really want to say. All in all, BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle looks really good, and I can't wait to see what other characters get announced for the game. I'm hoping that we'll get a beta test or a downloadable demo before the year is over, so that those of us that couldn't make it to these events can play it at home. That's all I've got for today, and I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you like my content and you do want to see more from me, hit the subscribe button. I make videos every week, so be on the lookout for new content. You can also follow me on Twitter at Tomoki_1992, which I'll also be linking in the description. I hope you have a great day, and peace. See you guys later.